Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting deep dive into rare and valuable coins that could be sitting unnoticed in your pocket change, coin jar, or old family collection. Today, we're exploring the story of one of the most talked about and mysterious Lincoln pennies of the 20th century, the 1974 Lincoln 1-cent penny. This tiny copper coin, minted in San Francisco, has stunned collectors by fetching an incredible price of $89,302 on the open market. So, what makes this particular penny so valuable? Why would a single cent be worth tens of thousands of dollars today? And is it possible that you could have one without even knowing it? Let's break it all down. First, let's dive into a bit of background on the Lincoln penny itself. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent has become one of the longest-running and most beloved coins in American history. Over the decades, it has seen multiple design changes, composition shifts, and mint mark variations, all of which play an important role in identifying valuable and collectible pieces. The 1974 Lincoln penny is a coin from a fascinating era of transition for the United States Mint. During the early 1970s, rising copper prices led officials to consider changing the penny's composition. In 1974, experimental aluminum cents were produced, but those were never officially released. The standard 1974 penny, however, was still made primarily from copper and zinc and came from three mints: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D mint mark, and San Francisco with the iconic S mint mark. And this is where things get really interesting. Most 1974 S pennies are proof coins, carefully struck for collectors using specially polished dies and planchets. These proof coins were not intended for circulation and typically have a mirror-like finish. But despite this standard, a very limited number of business-strike 1974 S pennies, meaning non-proof coins made for general circulation, are believed to exist. These are exceptionally rare. And when one of these coins shows up in pristine condition with flawless details, the value can skyrocket. The coin we're focusing on today, the 1974 S Lincoln penny that sold for $89,302, was no ordinary coin. This extraordinary penny was graded by a leading third-party grading service as being in nearly perfect condition, displaying incredible strike quality and surface preservation. It had full red luster, sharp definition in Lincoln's hair, clean fields, and no noticeable marks, making it an example of exceptional eye appeal. The combination of the rare mint mark, limited mintage, collector demand, and pristine condition pushed this coin into the upper echelon of Lincoln's cent values. Let's talk numbers for a moment. The average 1974 S-proof penny in decent condition might be worth around $1 to $5 to a collector. If you have a higher grade proof, it could fetch $20 to $50 or more. However, if you happen to have a near-perfect, full red, non-proof 1974 S business strike penny, and it gets certified by a top-tier grading company like PCGS or NGC, you could be looking at tens of thousands of dollars in value. That's what happened in this case. This 1974 S coin's rarity, quality, and eye appeal collided in the auction room, and the final hammer price landed at a staggering $89,302. Now, you might be wondering, how can I tell if I have a 1974 S Lincoln penny worth big money? First, check the date and mint mark. The S mint mark will be located just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. If your penny has that mint mark and it isn't a proof coin, meaning it looks like a regular circulating coin rather than having a mirror finish, you might be onto something rare. Next, examine the color. A red designation, meaning the coin has retained most of its original copper luster, adds tremendous value. Then consider the condition. Coins without scratches, stains, or worn-down features stand out to graders and collectors alike. If your coin looks promising, your next step is to have it evaluated by a reputable third-party grading service. That's the only way to confirm authenticity, condition, and establish a marketable value. And if it turns out your penny is something truly exceptional, you could be looking at a life-changing payday, just like the lucky collector who sold the $89,302 1974 S penny. Let's wrap this up. The story of the 1974 S Lincoln 1-cent penny is a testament to the hidden value that coins can hold. Whether it's a unique minting error, a limited run from a specific mint, or simply a pristine survivor of its era, a penny that once had a face value of just 1 cent can now be worth more than a brand new luxury car. These coins are out there in old coin folders, inherited collections, or even in the change you receive from the grocery store. The next time you're going through your pennies, slow down and take a second look. Examine the dates, check the mint marks, and keep an eye out for coins with full red luster and sharp details. Because you never know, you just might be holding a piece of numismatic history worth tens of thousands of dollars. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable pennies, rare coins, and the secrets of coin collecting, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. Until next time, happy collecting and good luck treasure hunting. Welcome everyone to this deep dive into one of numismatics' most fascinating stories. Today, we explore the 1978 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark and unravel the intricate history behind this seemingly ordinary coin that has astonished collectors by reaching a current market value of $48,823. In this episode, we will journey through the origins of the coin design and discuss the circumstances that led to the existence of a version without a mint mark. The narrative is filled with historical context, intriguing production details, and the incredible rarity that makes this penny a crown jewel for coin enthusiasts. Let us begin with a look at the origins of the Lincoln cent. In the early days, after President Abraham Lincoln was memorialized on the penny, the coin quickly became a symbol of American heritage. In 1909, the design was introduced to honor the fallen leader, and over the decades, the coin has undergone various modifications and updates. In 1970, 8 changes were already established, but few expected that a small production detail would elevate a coin to remarkable status. This version with no mint mark is not just a minting anomaly, but a story that speaks to production practices and quality control in the coinage industry. During normal production runs, coins are usually struck at several locations with mint marks that provide clues to where they were minted. The absence of a mint mark on a 1978 penny is a result of a rare occurrence during production. At times, oversight or a technical error resulted in coins that did not include the identifier for the mint location. Over the years, collectors have come to recognize that although thousands of these coins may have been produced, that error combined with subsequent survival and distribution patterns has contributed to its scarcity in the market. As we examine the design, the obverse side proudly displays President Lincoln, his image rendered with iconic detail. That design has remained largely unchanged even as modern minting technology advanced. On the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial stands as a tribute to the nation's enduring ideals. Although the design details of the coin appear ordinary at first glance, it is the rarity of the no mint mark variation that has sparked widespread interest in numismatics circles. This rarity is not a result of a single error, but rather a combination of production timing and minting processes that allowed a specific batch of coins to slip through quality control. In today's market, the 1978 no mint mark Lincoln cent has become a collector's treasure valued at an impressive $48,823. This figure is far above the typical value of a standard Lincoln cent and is reflective of the coin's unique history and desirability among collectors. Looking closely at historical records and minting logs, experts have pieced together the production timeline that led to the error in some production runs. The machinery that applied the mint mark marker did not activate as expected, leaving a small percentage of coins without this critical detail. Over time, those coins circulated in commerce unbeknownst to the public until collectors began to realize that the missing mint mark signified a coin that was far rarer than its common Counterparts, this video aims not only to explain the technical aspects of how a penny might be minted without its usual marker, but also to delve into the human element behind coin collecting, the excitement of finding an anomaly like this penny can be life-changing for collectors who have spent years searching for rare items that challenge traditional valuations. The coin represents the intersection of history, innovation, and the unpredictable outcomes that sometimes occur in even the most routine manufacturing processes. Many collectors recount their first discovery of a no-mint mark penny as a moment of sheer delight. A coin that seemed insignificant suddenly turned into a remarkable piece of numismatic history. It is stories like these that remind us that every coin has a story that connects us to America's past. The absence of a mint mark is not simply a printing error. It is a testament to the fact that even in standardized processes, there is always room for the unexpected. In this video, we honor that element of serendipity and the art of discovering value in the mundane. We will now explore the factors that have driven up the value of this coin in the world of numismatics. Rarity is king and condition is queen. The coins from this unique batch must be well preserved and free from wear to attract the highest bids from collectors. An investor in this coin must consider not only its historical significance, but also its potential future appreciation over time as coin collecting grows in popularity and as historical artifacts continue to be reappraised. The value of such rare pieces is likely to increase. Experts have analyzed production records, the metallurgical composition of coins, and even the circulation history of these pennies to piece together a definitive timeline. The no-mint mark error was not widespread and occurred during a short production window, which makes the coin even more desirable. The coin's story is one of error turned to advantage, where a minor oversight in a large system creates an item of immense cultural and economic value. Beyond the technical explanation, there is an element of artistry in the creation of the Lincoln cent. Each stroke of the engraving tool and every press of the die embodies the craftsmanship of its era. The 1978 version, with its slight difference, symbolizes the evolution of minting technology and serves as a marker for a pivotal time in coin production. When collectors hold these coins, they are not simply holding a piece of metal, but a part of history that tells a tale of innovation, perseverance, and the power of attention to detail. As we continue to celebrate the legacy of the Lincoln cent and its impact on American culture, it is important to note that the story of the no-mint mark penny is a call to appreciate small anomalies that can have a massive impact on market value. In auctions and private sales, the 1978 coin with no-mint mark has fetched prices that astonish even the seasoned experts. This phenomenon underscores the importance of production details and the way historical context can suddenly transform everyday items into prized collectibles. Throughout this video, we will interview seasoned collectors, dealers, and historians who have dedicated years to the study of American coinage. They will share insights into how the value is determined and what makes such anomalies an exciting pursuit. They will also offer tips for aspiring collectors on how to identify genuine coins and avoid common pitfalls in the market. In their expert discussions, you will learn about grading scales, preservation methods, and the impact of economic factors on coin values. Our journey today also includes a historical overview of mint marks in American coinage. In the early decades, mint marks served as a simple identification tool. Now, they have become indicators of a coin's origin and its unique manufacturing lineage. The absence of a mint mark on a coin from 1978 suggests a fascinating glimpse into the past when human error could inadvertently lead to a collector's dream. The fact that this coin now commands a market value of $48,823 shows how even minor details can carry enormous weight over time. We encourage viewers to engage with us through comments and share any personal stories they might have about rare coin discoveries. Perhaps you have encountered an unusual penny in your own collection or have a family heirloom with an unexpected twist. This channel is dedicated to unraveling those historical mysteries and celebrating the passion of collectors around the world. In conclusion, the 1978 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark is more than just an error coin. It is a remarkable piece of history, an icon of American design, and a symbol of the unpredictable nature of production that can turn a simple coin into a valuable treasure. Today, we have explored its rich background, detailed the production error, and traced the factors that have elevated its status in the collector community. This narrative stands as a testament to the fact that in every detail there lies a story worth sharing and preserving. Thank you for joining us on this detailed exploration of the 1978 no mint mark Lincoln cent. We hope you found the history engaging and the story of this rare coin as inspiring as we do. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the notification bell to stay updated on our future deep dives into the world of coin collecting. This has been an in-depth journey into the fascinating intersection of error and excellence in American coinage, and we look forward to bringing you more stories of historical treasures and numismatic marvels. Stay curious and keep collecting. This marks the end of today's exploration of the remarkable history behind the 1978 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. Enjoy the rest of your day, and may your collections always bring you joy and wonder. Welcome back to the channel where history meets hidden fortune. If you've ever wondered whether that old penny rattling around in your drawer could be worth thousands of dollars, you might want to grab it and take a closer look, because today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and unexpectedly valuable coins in American history, the 1974 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. That's right, a penny that originally cost 1 cent could now fetch you up to $78,946 if you have the right one in pristine condition. So stay tuned as we unravel the story behind this iconic coin, uncover what makes it so valuable, and explain exactly what you should look for to determine if you're holding a small copper treasure. Historical background. Let's begin with a little history. The 1974 Lincoln penny came into circulation during a time of economic uncertainty in the United States. The Vietnam War had recently ended, inflation was a national concern, and commodity prices, especially for copper, were soaring. At the time, the U.S. Mint was exploring alternative materials for coin production because the copper used in making pennies was becoming more expensive than the face value of the coin itself. The standard Lincoln penny had been made of 95% copper and 5% zinc since 1962. But by 1973 and 1974, discussions began about replacing copper with a cheaper material. The Mint experimented with aluminum and other metals, and while many prototypes were created, none of them were officially released to the public in circulation. Despite these trials, most of the pennies minted in 1974 still used the traditional copper alloy. The U.S. Mint produced billions of them that year, including coins from the Philadelphia Mint, which do not carry any mint mark. That brings us to today's star, the 1974 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Why no mint mark matters. Many people do not realize that a missing mint mark can significantly affect a coin's value. The Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark on 1-cent coins until 2017, which means the absence of a mint mark on a 1974 penny is actually standard. However, there is still something special that makes some of these coins extremely valuable. It's not the missing mint mark alone that makes it worth big money. It's the condition, die variety, strike quality, and potential errors that turn a regular 1974 penny into a highly sought-after collector's item. Some of these pennies were struck with exceptionally well-preserved dies, producing coins with incredibly sharp detail. Others feature rare errors, such as double die obverse strikes or off-center minting. What makes the $78,946 penny so special? Now, let's talk about the 1974 Lincoln penny that was recently appraised at a staggering $78,946. This specific penny achieved such a price because it was not only in near-perfect condition, classified as mint state 68 or higher, but it also featured a rare and desirable error. We're talking about a full red copper tone, which means the coin has retained its original color and luster without tarnishing over time. Combine that with razor-sharp detail, perfect centering, and an error such as a double die or a unique die crack, and you've got a coin that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. In high-end auctions, competition for such pristine coins can drive the price up dramatically, and that's exactly what happened with this specimen. How to identify a valuable 1974 no-mint mark penny? So, how can you tell if your 1974 no-mint mark penny is worth anything more than face value? Here are the key things you need to look for. First, examine the coin's condition. Is the detail on Lincoln's hair, jawline, and the lettering on the coin still sharp and well-defined? Is the color a bright, original red, or has it turned brown or dark? Second, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check for doubling, especially on the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. Any signs of doubling could indicate a double die error, which can dramatically increase a coin's value. Third, inspect the edges and alignment. Coins that are off-center or show signs of die rotation are known as mint errors and are highly collectible. And finally, if you believe you found a high-grade or error coin, do not clean it. Cleaning a coin can destroy its value instantly. Instead, consult with a professional coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC. These services will authenticate and grade your coin, giving it an official value that collectors trust. The current market and demand now. Let's turn to the current coin market. Demand for vintage U.S. pennies has surged in recent years, especially among collectors focused on Lincoln cents. Because so many pennies were lost or worn out over the decades, uncirculated or mint-condition coins are becoming increasingly rare on online auction platforms like eBay. 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies can sell anywhere from a few dollars to several hundred, and even into the tens of thousands depending on their quality and features. The record-breaking $78,946 penny was an exceptional case, but it demonstrates just how valuable a common coin can become under the right circumstances. There you have it. The incredible story of the 1974 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a tiny coin with a monumental legacy. From its humble beginnings as a cost-saving copper coin to its rise as a potentially life-changing collectible, this penny is a perfect example of how everyday objects can hold extraordinary value. Before you spend that old penny or toss it into your change jar, take a second look. It could be worth far more than 1 cent. And if you think you've got one of these treasures sitting in your collection, get it graded and verified. You might just be the next person to walk away with tens of thousands of dollars for a penny you once pocketed without a second thought. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, give it a thumbs up and share it with other coin enthusiasts. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos on rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket right now. Drop a comment below if you have a 1974 penny and let us know what you found. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and never underestimate the power of a penny. Welcome back to the channel where we unlock the secrets hidden inside your pocket change. If you've ever thought a simple penny couldn't change your life, today's episode will absolutely surprise you. We're diving deep into one of the most astonishing discoveries in modern numismatics, the 1998 D-Mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has stunned collectors with a current market value of an unbelievable $53,998. Let's go back in time to set the stage. It was the year 1998. The internet was growing, gas prices were $1 and change, and the Denver Mint was striking what seemed like ordinary Lincoln cents. But among the billions produced that year, a small number of coins left the facility with mysterious features and pristine qualities that would one day transform them from average pocket change into the holy grail of modern penny collecting. The 1998 D Lincoln penny features the classic design we all know so well, the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, originally designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials VDB are still subtly engraved under Lincoln's shoulder. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, a design that ran from 1959 through 2008. But it's not the design itself that makes this penny special. It's the condition, the minting anomalies, and the extraordinary demand among collectors. What exactly makes this 1998 D penny worth over $53,000? Let's start with the quality. This coin is what collectors refer to as a high-grade specimen, specifically one that has been professionally graded and encapsulated by a reputable coin grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. Coins that are nearly flawless, with a grade of MS69 or even a perfect MS70, are extremely rare for business strike pennies. Most pennies from circulation have scratches, nicks, and wear. But this gem survived more than 2 decades in near-perfect condition. Now, what adds to the mystique of this coin is not just its stunning luster or sharp strike. There are versions of the 1998D penny that exhibit a subtle but valuable error. Some coins from this year and mint show signs of doubling on the obverse lettering, known as doubled die obverse. While the most famous double die penny is the 1955 version, even modern double dies can command huge premiums, especially when they occur on well-struck coins from high-production years. Add to that the D Mint mark from the Denver Mint, which saw over 6 billion pennies struck that year. Yes, you heard that right, over 6 billion. So how can one coin from a batch of 6 billion end up being worth nearly $54,000? It's because finding a single coin in that enormous population that is in perfect condition and carries an error is like winning the lottery. To make things even more incredible, let's talk about the current market climate. Rare coins have been experiencing a resurgence in value, driven by demand from both traditional collectors and new investors entering the numismatic space. In recent months, a 1998D Lincoln penny, graded at an elite level with full red color designation and no visible imperfections, sold at auction for $53,998. That's not a typo. That's real money for a coin most people would overlook at the bottom of their drawer. So, what should you be looking for if you want to spot one of these rare gems? First, pull out all your 1998 pennies and look for the D Mint mark. Next, examine the coin under bright light or a magnifying glass to check for doubling in the letters of the word Liberty or the motto "In God We Trust." Also, check for clarity in the Lincoln Memorial lines and a full strike across the entire surface of the coin. And finally, look for luster and lack of contact marks. A coin without blemishes, with bright red coloration and no fingerprints or scratches, could be your ticket to a serious payday. If you think you've found a good candidate, do not clean the coin. I repeat, do not clean it. Cleaning can ruin the surface and destroy any chance of it being graded highly. Instead, place it in a soft coin flip or container and get it professionally appraised. Now let's talk briefly about how to sell one if you're lucky enough to own one. Coins like these are best sold through certified auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, which regularly handle high-value numismatic items. You can also consider listing it through platforms like Great Collections, which specialize in slabbed and certified coins. Just make sure your coin is authenticated and graded by a top-tier service. Collectors are always hunting for the best examples from common years. And in the world of pennies, 1998D might sound ordinary, but in the right condition, it's anything but. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this. Sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. That coin you toss on the counter, the penny you ignore in a parking lot, or the change that slips between your car seats, it could be worth more than your monthly paycheck, maybe even your yearly income. So go check your change jars, dig through your coin rolls, and keep your eyes open, because the next coin to break records might just be sitting in your pocket. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more rare coin discoveries, and share this with anyone who still thinks a penny is just 1 cent. This has been your inside look at the 1998D Lincoln 1 cent penny that's worth over $53,000. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck finding treasure in the change you carry every day. Have you ever looked at a penny and wondered if it could change your life? What if I told you that a single Lincoln 1 cent coin minted in the year 2000 at the Denver Mint, with a tiny little D beneath the date, could be worth as much as $61,905 today? That's right, a penny, a single copper-plated zinc coin that once sat quietly in your change jar, might just be the treasure you never knew you had. In today's video, We're diving deep into the incredible story, historical context, and market value behind the astonishingly valuable 2000 D Lincoln cent. Whether you're a coin collector, a treasure hunter, or just someone curious about rare money, this episode could literally pay off. Let's start with the origins of this remarkable coin. The year 2000 marked a new millennium, and while most Americans were thinking about Y2K bugs and dot-com booms, the United States Mint continued its long-running production of the Lincoln 1-cent coin. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent is one of the most iconic coins in American history. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from primarily copper-based cents to a composition of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating. By 2000, the Denver Mint was churning out billions of these coins, but among them, a few were unlike any other. So, what makes the 2000 D Lincoln penny worth more than $60,000? The answer lies in a rare and fascinating combination of historical context, minting anomalies, pristine condition, and extreme rarity. Only a handful of these coins have been discovered in such exceptional condition, graded as MS-69 or even higher by professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC. MS stands for mint state, and a grade of MS-69 indicates a virtually flawless coin with only the slightest imperfections not visible to the naked eye. It's the kind of perfection that is almost never seen on a coin that was mass-produced for everyday circulation. Now imagine this. Millions of people handled pennies in the year 2000. Most were tossed in pockets, dropped in vending machines, or forgotten in drawers. But a very small number, possibly less than a dozen, were preserved with such care that their surfaces remained untouched, unscuffed, and immaculate. It's these few coins that have stunned collectors and auction houses with their jaw-dropping value, but mint state isn't the only factor. Some of these coins may exhibit subtle but valuable errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or minor planchet irregularities. These minting quirks are rare, but when combined with top-grade preservation, they turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary investment. So, where did the $61,905 price tag come from? This figure isn't a myth or exaggerated tale. In recent years, top-tier examples of the 2000 D Lincoln penny have appeared at prestigious coin auctions and shocked everyone with their final bids. Collectors from around the globe compete fiercely for the few examples that exist in near-perfect condition. And with the growing interest in numismatics, the demand for rare U.S. coins, especially Lincoln cents, is higher than ever. The record-breaking sale of $61,905 was confirmed by auction houses specializing in high-value U.S. currency, and that price continues to set the bar for coins of this type and grade. Now you might be asking, how can I tell if my 2000 D penny is valuable? First, look closely at the coin. Does it look brand new, as if it just came from the mint? Hold it under a light and examine the surface. Are there any scratches or signs of wear? If it's in pristine condition, you may have something special. Next, look for potential mint errors, doubling on the date, Lincoln's profile, or the lettering on the coin. If anything looks unusual, your penny might be more than just pocket changed. To get a proper evaluation, you'll need to send the coin to a professional grading service such as the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company. They will examine your coin under high magnification, assess its condition, verify authenticity, and assign it an official grade. If it comes back with a high MS grade, especially MS-67 or higher, you could be sitting on a gold mine. And here's the exciting part. Rare coins like these are becoming increasingly desirable not just to collectors, but to investors. Rare pennies have shown strong returns over the years, with some coins appreciating faster than stocks or real estate. As more people discover the hidden value in everyday pocket change, the hunt for valuable pennies has gone viral. So, what can you do today? Start by checking your spare change, especially coins from the year 2000 with a D mint mark. Set aside any that look exceptionally new or unusual. Get a magnifying glass, do your research, and if something stands out, consult a professional. You never know, your next trip to the grocery store or gas station might leave you with more than just changed. To recap, the 2000 Lincoln 1 cent penny is more than just a coin. It's a symbol of how hidden value can exist in plain sight. From its humble beginnings at the Denver Mint to its current place on auction blocks fetching tens of thousands of dollars, this penny tells a story of history, rarity, and human curiosity. It's a reminder that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest worth. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most valuable pennies, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more incredible coin stories, and leave a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin in your change? Until next time, happy hunting and may your next penny be worth a fortune.